Got better, and I will tell you that I had something that they gave me, a therapeutic, I guess they would call it. Some people could say it was a cure, but I was in for a short period of time, and I got better very fast, or I wouldn't be here tonight. And now they say I'm immune. Whether it's 4 months or a lifetime, nobody's been able to say that, but I'm immune. More and more people are getting better. We have a problem that's a worldwide problem. This is a worldwide problem. But I've been congratulated by the heads of many countries on what we've been able to do. If you take a look at what we've done in terms of goggles and masks and gowns and everything else, and in particular ventilators, we're now making ventilators all over the world, thousands and thousands a month, distributing them all over the world. It will go away, and as I say, we're rounding the turn, we're rounding the corner. It's going away.
Okay. Let me follow up with you, and because this is new information, you have said a vaccine is coming soon, within weeks now. Your own officials say it could take well into 2021 at the earliest for enough Americans to get vaccinated. And even then, they say the country will be wearing masks and distancing into 2022. Is your timeline realistic?
No, I think my timeline is going to be more accurate. I don't know that they're counting on the military the way I do, but we have our generals lined up, one in particular that's the head of logistics, and this is a very easy distribution for him. He's ready to go as soon as we have the vaccine, and we expect to have 100 million vials. As soon as we have the vaccine, he's ready to
Trump,
go.
your reaction, he says you have no plan.
I don't think we're going to have a dark winter at all. We're opening up our country. We've learned and studied and understand the disease, which we didn't at the beginning. When I closed and banned China from coming in heavily infected, and then ultimately Europe, but China was in January. Months later, he was saying I was xenophobic. I did it too soon. Now he's saying, oh, I should have, moved quicker. But he didn't move quicker. He was months behind me. Many months behind me. And frankly, he ran the H1N1 swine flu, and it was a total disaster, far less lethal. Had that had this kind of numbers, 700,000 people would be dead right now.
But it is a far less lethal disease.
I said, this is dangerous, and you catch it. And, I caught it. I learned a lot. Great doctors, great hospitals. And now I recovered. 99.9% of young people recover. 99% of people recover. We have to recover.
What should they do about the danger? And you say, I take no responsibility.
Let me talk about your two.
Excuse me, I take full responsibility. It's not my fault that he came here. It's China's fault. All he does is talk about shutdowns. But forget about him. His Democrat governors, Cuomo in New York, you look at what's going on in California, you look at Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Democrats all, they're shut down so tight and they're dying. They're dying. And he supports all these people. All he talks about is shutdowns. No, we're not going to shut down, and we have to open our schools. And it's like, as an example, I have a young son. He also tested positive. By the time I spoke to the doctor the second time, he was fine. It just went away. Young people, I guess it's their immune system.
We're going to die unless he gets a lot smarter, a lot quicker.
So,
Mr. President?
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe. Our Army manned the airport. It ran the ramparts. It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do. And at Fort McHenry, under the rocket's red glare, it had nothing but victory. Right, and then I see the disinfectant. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number of the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me.
The president suggested nuking them, dropping a nuclear bomb inside a hurricane that would blow it apart before it could hit land.
It's really cold outside. They're calling it a major freeze weeks ahead of normal. Man, we could use a big fat dose of global warming. I don't think Trump actually understands what global warming or climate change actually is.
He has said it over and over again. So Obama's talking about all of this with the global warming and that, and a lot of it's a hoax. It's a hoax. I mean, it's a money-making industry, okay? It's a hoax.
The president has tweeted climate change skepticism at least 115 times, including a claim that the concept of global warming was created by and for the Chinese.
Are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
Are you
I'm
prepared
willing
to
do
specifically
that, but
do it? Well, go ahead, sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing. My people are so smart. And you know what else they say about my people? What do you want to call them? Give me a name. Give me a
White
name.
supremacists and
Who would
right
you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right.
They say, I have the most loyal people. Did you ever see that? Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible. Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what, somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem.
I have a great relationship with the blacks. I've always had a great relationship with the blacks.
The blacks. Some of my best friends are black. Oh, you people. Oh, that one. Donald, why did you just say all of that?
The blacks.
The blacks.
Nobody has done more for the black community than Donald Trump. And if you look, with the exception of Abraham Lincoln, possible exception, but the exception of Abraham Lincoln, nobody has done what I've done.
Yeah, the black ties, being in the black, he loves that.
Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. I said, that's a horrible thing. And they were marching down the street. And that was my first glimpse of Black Lives Matter. I thought it was a terrible thing. But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. As far as my relationships with all people, I think I have great relationships with all people. I am the least racist person in this room. They can say anything. I mean, they can say anything. It makes me sad, because I am the least racist person. I can't even see the audience because it's so dark, but I don't care who's in the audience. I'm the least racist person in this room. I am the least racist person there is anywhere in the world.
Are you racist?
I am the least racist person that you have ever met. I am
The least racist person.
Trump spoke only for 18 minutes, but he did make sure to bring up his favorite thing to say whenever he sees a black person.
The fact is that I've done more for the black community than any president since Abraham Lincoln. I say it, nobody can dispute it. Nobody can dispute it.
In 2016, he said, at the end of the 4 years, I guarantee you I will get over 95% of the African-American vote. I promise you. Well, we're at the end of those 4 years, and we wanted to put his guarantee to the test.
As a black man, are you voting for Trump? I absolutely am not.
Absolutely, I would not. Hell no.
No, probably not. I can't vote for a racist.
Hell no.
Nah. No, I'm not.
Am I voting for Trump? Yeah. Nah.
No, I'm not.
Hell no.
No, not at all. Hell no.
No.
Absolutely not. No, not voting for Trump.
Hell no.
No, I'm not voting for Trump.
Absolutely not. Is that a baby? Yeah, this is a baby. And that baby with Trump, against Trump? Against, definitely. I don't with Trump. I don't mess with Trump at all.
No.
No, I'm not voting for Trump.
No.
I ain't gonna vote for Trump.
No, I'm not voting for Trump.
Hell no, I ain't voting for that dude. Are you crazy?
No.
Hell no.
He's not getting my vote, no.
Absolutely not.
No, sir. So do you know any black people who are voting for Trump?
I don't know any.
You don't know any?
Not one person.
Not one
that's
person?
black that said that.
No co-workers?
No co-workers?
You got uncles and aunties saying they're gonna vote for Trump?
No.
Mama voting for Trump?
No.
Daddy voting for Trump?
No.
Friends from church voting for Trump?
No, sir.
I absolutely do not believe he's gonna get 95% of the vote, because I don't know a black man or a black woman that is going to vote for Donald Trump. And I am immersed in black people. You ain't got a single black Not a dog, not a black cat, not a black dog, not a black pit bull is gonna vote for Donald Trump.
No, actually, as one of the blacks, I can tell you clearly, Chris, he does not have a great relationship with the blacks.
Here in New York, he appeared to mock a reporter with a disability. Take a look.
Written by a nice reporter. Now the poor guy, you got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Oh, maybe that's what I said. This is 14 years ago. They didn't do a retraction.
That reporter he is talking about is Serge Kovaleski, who now works for the New York Times. As you can see right there, he suffers from a chronic condition that impairs movement of his arms.
I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the do anything.
I want to ask you here on the stage tonight, do you make the same commitment that you will absolutely, sir, that you will absolutely accept the result of this election?
I will look at it at the time. I'm not looking at anything now. I'll look at it at the time.
What I've seen is so bad. First of all, the media is so dishonest and so corrupt, and the pylon is so amazing. The New York Times actually wrote an article about it that they don't even care. It's so dishonest, and they poisoned the minds of the voters. But unfortunately for them, I think the voters are seeing through it. I think they're going to see through it. We'll find out on November 8th, but I think they're going to see through it. But sir, if you look, excuse me, Chris, if you look at your voter rolls, you will see millions of people that are registered to vote. Millions. This isn't coming from me. This is coming from Pew Report and other places. Millions of people that are registered to vote that shouldn't be registered to vote. So let me just give you one other thing. So I talk about the corrupt media. I talk about the millions of people. Tell you one other thing.
Sir, there is a tradition in this country. In fact, one of the prides of this country is the peaceful transition of power, and that no matter how hard fought a campaign is, that at the end of the campaign, that the loser concedes to the winner. Not saying that you're necessarily going to be the loser or the winner, but that the loser concedes to the winner and that the country comes together in part for the good of the country. Are you saying you're not prepared now to commit to that principle?
What I'm saying is that I will tell you at the time. I'll keep you in suspense.
That's horrifying.